What up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Sneak T, man. Today we're about to talk about how to cop shoes for retail in 2023. Things have changed. Things have gotten easier. Some things have gotten harder. But don't worry, I got some tips for you guys to help you get them retail dubs, you guys. So subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up because I got some good information for you. And stay tuned. Let's get it. First way I'm going to tell you guys how to get retail dubs is to do as many raffles as possible, you guys. Make sure you obviously have a Flex account. By now, most of you guys know what that is, but if you are new to sneakers, Flex is Foot Locker, Champs, Kids Foot Locker, and Lady Foot Locker. So it all links. So make sure you have an account with all of those sites, or whichever ones apply to you, and create your account and start getting them points, you guys. The more points you get, the more likely, that's how it used to be, at least. Things are changing, I don't know. The more points you have, the better, in my opinion. So get you a Flex account and always enter the raffles. Do in-store raffle and the ship to me. Make sure your payment stuff is up to date and always get those entries in before the deadline. So that's tip number one, is obviously do all the raffles, not just on Flex, but the place that I've had the most luck on this year personally has been DTLR. Their raffles are pretty dope because you can pick up to 6 stores. Now on Flex, you can only pick 3 stores. DTLR, you get 6. So that definitely multiplies your odds. And I feel like Flex has way more people on it than DTLR in my opinion. So definitely get on them, do not sleep. Then there's other sites like Snipes, Shoe Palace, Chic, even Concepts. I'll link a lot of these in the description below, you guys. And you can Google all these names and you'll find them pretty easy. So there's a lot of sites out there. There's some other names that I'm probably missing, but just make sure you're doing any raffles that you can, man. All the raffles that you enter, the better. And another tip leading into my next tip is if you can have a second phone, or if you can have someone else, which is even better, do raffles for you, then do that as well. But one thing to keep out for though, if you're using second phone, like 2 phones, make sure you have different cards and different shipping addresses, because you don't want to get flagged as being a bot, or you don't want to get flagged as being someone that's trying to get multiple pairs to the same address with the same name and the same card information. So try to switch that up if you can, because that will definitely increase your chances of getting a retail dub. So raffles for sure, all the sites that you can think of. Oh yeah, JD Sport Finish Line, can't forget about them. JD Sport Finish Line does exclusive access, so most of the time you need at least 1,500 to 2,000 points. Now, if you just rack up your points slowly but surely, you'll get to that threshold pretty easily. And exclusive access is dope. Depending on the shoe, it is kind of hard to get through, but as long as you can get through, it really makes it pretty convenient, man. You don't have to go in stores, no driving to the store, none of that. Exclusive access is pretty dope. I've had some luck with that as well. So the other app that's pretty new to the raffle system is Dick's Sporting Goods. Now, I did my first Dick's Sporting Goods raffle in their app and I didn't have any luck for the Air Jordan 3 white cements, but don't worry, I had other luck. Check that video out if you guys haven't seen those yet. I did a nice on foot so you guys can see what those look like on feet. Those are definitely a clean sneaker. Definitely a clean summer, springtime sneaker. Goes with a lot of things in the closet. Almost anything you rock will be able to pull those off, at least casually. So definitely check that video out, you guys, if you haven't seen them. But yeah, Dick's Sporting Goods has raffles now as well. Most of the time, if the shoe is coming out, whatever day the shoe comes out, you want to do your raffle at least 2 to 3 days before that, because they tend to close the raffle like 1 to 2 days before the release. So don't sleep on putting those raffle entries in. Do them ASAP. Hibbett Sports is another place. Make sure you do your raffle with them as well. They do them. I believe YCMC is another place, and there's some other places. I'm sure if you Google them, you'll just find out who does raffle systems. So do all your raffles, you guys. Now the next tip, that's a really key tip, is to get in some Discord groups, you guys. There are a lot of people that have free Discord groups, and of course there is paid member Discord groups with even better information that alert you on local restocks. They even tell you stock numbers and stuff like that. So search some Discord groups. There's a lot of people out there that have them, but another way to narrow down how to find your Discord group is to get on Twitter. And that's my other tip for you. Twitter is like the best for information, because it's easy for people to share information. You don't have to upload pictures and videos like on TikTok and Instagram. You could just type a message and boom, it's out there. So definitely get on Twitter, just hashtag like sneaker, follow accounts like Sneaker Files and Sneaker Leaks and Soul Leaks and stuff like that. There's a lot of sneaker accounts out there, and they will tweet out good information like restocks and stuff like that, early links. Sometimes they'll post a drop link before it actually goes live, so you can be on there waiting. So I remember like I'm in year when those 12s dropped just recently, the link went live like 2 or 3 minutes before the scheduled time. So a lot of people cooked on that and were able to get dubs because they got in there before the rush of people got in there. So that's another tip. Leading on to my next tip, following popular sneaker content creators, man. Like I'll shout some people out like Unbreakable Kicks, Sniper Kicks is another one. I like to watch Tony D2 Wild, Bull 1 TRC, and just a lot of other guys out there, Jumpman Chris. So those are channels that I rock with. They definitely are always up to date with shock drops. They're up to date with restocks, and like I have cooked getting that info a little bit early, because when you get the alert on your phone, sometimes it's too late because the bots are already eaten, people already knew about it, and you might be too late. So you gotta get the information. It's all about information now in the sneaker industry. It's really hard to just do things manually by yourself with no extra outside sources, you guys. So try to get that information, and all those sources and all those resources I just shared are great ways to get them retail dubs, man. I've been getting a lot of retail dubs lately, and it's just because I've been putting in the footwork, you guys. And that's my next point, is you got to put in the work. It's not just gonna fall in your lap. You got to put in the work. You got to extend your resources. You got to figure out what's dropping so you can know about it before it's too late, because sometimes shoes don't restock. Like the Air Jordan 1 Chicago Reimagines, we never got an official restock of those, and I don't think we will be, honestly, unless Jordan blesses us on like a Jordan Reserve or something weird like that. Like, I don't know. It's just certain shoes you just cannot sleep on. You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready. And that's another thing too. These drops usually happen in the morning, and depending on where you live, like I'm Central Standard Time, and they're usually 9 o'clock my time. But if you live on the West Coast, that's 7 a.m. So if you sleeping in and you wake up at 7:30 and you just missed the drop, you missed the drop, man. So you gotta be up and at 'em. You got to be ready, put on an alert, put on a timer, something, man. But going back to like Discord groups, there are cook groups where you can actually have like memberships, and they will alert you. Some of them you can even enter your information and it'll actually run it for you in the background, so you don't have to physically be on the app and try to secure the shoes. So I have an account with Pulse. I want to say Pulse Sneakers. I'll link them in the description. You can check them out. It's like a one-time fee, lifetime fee. Now, honestly, I haven't really cooked with them this year. I haven't really been on it like that, because I only really use that if I need to for a really, really, really hype shoe like a Travis Scott or something. Maybe the Travis Scott's coming out in April. I'll try to do that. And I only want those for trade bait, to be honest with you. If I had to contribute one thing that's really helped me this year is the restocks, and that's from Twitter accounts. And one thing too I forgot to mention is certain apps, you guys. The top apps that have really been helping me get dubs is the J23 app and the Unboxed app. Now, J23 lets you know all the releases. It tells you all the release dates. You can even go back years. You can go forward. You can see any drop that's going to happen, any confirmed drop at least that's going to happen. And they send out notifications. So download the J23 app. I believe they're on Android as well. I'm team iPhone, no bias. But if you're an Apple user, just search literally J23 in the App Store, download it. You will not regret it. Trust me, you'll thank me later. And download the Unboxed app. Unboxed is a little bit different. You upload your whole collection on Unboxed. It keeps track of, like, you log how many times you wear your shoe. It'll tell you the value of your collection. They even have a marketplace as well. But the best thing about Unboxed to me is the restock alerts, man, because they be on point. Like, I've cooked with their alerts. So those are two apps that you absolutely have to have, man. I'm telling you, those will definitely help you get them retail dubs. And they'll alert you before sneakers app, like 5-10 minutes sometimes before the shoe goes live, in case you forgot. Because I remember when those Travis Scott 1 low Black Phantoms came out, I literally forgot. Like, I was literally late to the drop, and I was by like 2 minutes, and it was just too late. So you cannot sleep on this stuff, man. So those are all very, very valuable tips that will help you guys get them retail dubs, because sometimes we don't want to pay resale. I know sometimes you might have to, or really, if it's a shoe you really, really want, and the market's going to start creeping up on those, because you don't always have time depending on certain shoes, man. Once the market is going, it's gone, you know, unless there's a crash for some reason. But let me know how those tips work out for you, man. They definitely help me. I would not advise you guys to do anything that doesn't work for me myself, and anything that I don't use personally. So those tips definitely will help you guys get more retail dubs. And drop a comment down below if I forgot anything that you guys personally do to help you get retail dubs as well. So appreciate you guys for rocking out with me for this video. Give me a thumbs up if you guys learned something, you got some valuable information from this video, and subscribe to the channel for more sneaker content. I'm trying to hit that 1K, you guys, on the road to 1K. It's your boy Sneak T signing out, man. Stay positive, you guys. Peace.